Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is having a good day. In today's top 10 we're going to look at some of the biggest animals in the world. You may know what's in the number 1 spot. Write it down in the comments now and see if you get it right at the end. Without further ado, let's jump into today's number 10. Number 10. The Japanese spider crab. These chilling crustaceans are basically giant underwater spiders. One big difference being they have claws strong enough to seriously damage human beings. Japanese spider crabs can have a leg span of over 10 feet and can weigh almost 44 pounds, big enough to be able to devour a human child. If that isn't scary enough, they can camouflage themselves to look almost exactly like the ocean floor. Maybe the most unsettling feature of these ocean dwellers is their apparent immortality. Japanese spider crabs are known to easily lose limbs to predators in human nets, but they can survive with missing up to 3 limbs. Number 9. The polar bear. Polar bears are Arctic apex predators that make home to one of the most inhospitable habitats on the planet. They are the largest land carnivore in the world. Adult male polar bears can weigh up to 1,800 pounds, standing at almost 10 feet tall. That's twice as heavy as a grizzly bear. Their fur helps them camouflage against the white background of the Arctic. Although they aren't themselves actually white, their fur is actually transparent and reflects the colors of its surroundings. Polar bears have a long body compared to other bears, and with their paws being 12 inches in diameter, they are quite hydrodynamic and can actually swim for up to 10 days straight, of which they can cover a distance of over 370 miles. Imagine getting slapped by one of those. Number 8. The great white shark. The largest carnivorous fish in the world. You can't make a list about the biggest animals without including the king of the ocean. The largest of these sharks can grow up to 29 feet and weigh up to 8,000 pounds. The great white shark is a natural-born killer and hunts everything it can get its eyes on. It has a bite force of 4,000 psi, the strongest bite in the entire animal kingdom. In its mouth are 300 teeth with the size of kitchen knives. It hunts its prey from beneath, and its dark upper half makes it hard to spot. The shark attacks with the speed of close to 37 miles an hour, and the force of the impact is equivalent to 40 Gs. That's 6 times what a fighter jet pilot pulls during a dive. The great white shark is one of the deadliest sea creatures. Shark attacks on humans from the great white are rare, but it tops the list of which sharks have killed the most people. That says a lot about the sheer intensity of these animals' attacks. Number 7. The elephant seal. The elephant seal can grow up to 16 feet long and weigh as much as up to 4 tons. That is more than 8 grand pianos. These behemoths make sea lions look like small fry. The name comes from the bull's large trunk-like proboscis. He uses it to amplify a roar, warning other males. His enormous bulk, coupled with those tusk-like teeth, makes seal fights incredibly dangerous. Confrontations between males always start out with a shouting match. They're kinda like 2 guys in a pub car park after closing time provoking each other. Despite their size, they can race across the pebbly beach at almost 10 miles an hour, faster than most humans. Number 6. The saltwater crocodile. There are many huge reptiles, but few are quite as scary as the saltwater crocodile. Crocodiles have existed since the early Jurassic period and lived side by side with the dinosaurs. These animals can reach a length of 20 feet and can weigh over 2,200 pounds. In addition, they can live to be 70 years old, so if you find one on your lawn, you can't just wait it out. Despite the name, this croc could easily live in fresh water and swamps, as well as saltwater. This apex predator can lay in the water for an hour and eat everything that comes across it. Even sharks are known to be on the menu. These animals mostly live in Australia. In the 60s, they were on the edge of extinction, but thanks to laws made to preserve them, the number has increased and the females can lay between 60 and 80 eggs between November and March. The saltwater crocodile is branded as a man-eater, and therefore it is still endangered, but we know that they attack only when they're scared or disturbed by people, so that's on us. Number 5. The anaconda. The anaconda is the largest snake in the world, with a body that can weigh up to 550 pounds and reach a length of up to 20 feet. while the terrifying python snake is without a doubt the longest snake at 30 feet long. Anacondas don't bite. Instead, they choke their prey and drown them if measures calls for it. The python, on the other hand, is known to bite and swallow their prey, often while it is still alive. There has been found fossils of a colossal snake weighing in at 2,400 pounds, which scientists believe to be the ancestor of these animals. This snake luckily lived 60 million years ago and was called the Titanoboa. The fossils found showed the snake was 43 feet long. If you want to know more about this snake, let us know in the comments below. Number 4. The African elephant. Everyone knows that elephants are big, but the African bush elephant is the largest of the species and comes in as the largest land animal on Earth. They weigh about 13,000 pounds and are 10 feet tall and 20 feet long. The tusks alone are 8 feet long and weigh 100 pounds. They are made of ivory, which is a very expensive material. Because of this, elephants are hunting targets, and therefore the population has grown small. However, it is no longer allowed to hunt these magnificent creatures, but poachers are still a big problem. The African bush elephants have a 1.5-inch thick skin. They are also very intelligent and stay together in groups where they communicate and protect each other. There are several predators that hunt the cubs as well as the older elephants. These are therefore the most protected in the group, and most predators yield when a full-grown male elephant asks them to leave. Elephants are herbivores, but are still a threat to humans because of their huge size and their protective instincts. So if they feel threatened, they will attack. Number 3. The colossal squid. Despite how impressive this animal is, we actually don't know much about them, and it makes them one of the most mysterious creatures in the world. They thrive in depths of 3,200 feet, which makes it difficult to study them in their natural habitats. There are a lot of rumors regarding how gigantic they can get. People have been claiming to have seen them as big as 88 feet, that's longer than a tennis court. But the creepiest of all sightings came from a man called J.D. Starkey. He claims to have seen one at 164 feet. This was never confirmed, but they haven't explored more than 5% of the ocean, so who knows what's lurking in the depths. However, the biggest one that was reported was 46 feet and weighed 1,000 pounds. That's longer than the height of a giraffe. One of the creepiest features of this animal is their eyes. They can be as long as almost 10 inches in diameter. That's bigger than an average-sized human face. So now you know what's watching you while you're out for a swim. Their diet mostly consists of fish and crabs, but they are known for attacking small whales. They live in the areas around the Antarctic Ocean and the southern parts of the Pacific Ocean, outside South America and New Zealand. Since we know so little about this animal, you might see a giant next time you're out for a swim or on a boat. Number 2. The whale shark. The name can be confusing, but it refers to its huge size. The whale shark is the biggest fish today, but are often confused with whales. This fish can get bigger than almost 50 feet and weigh 4,400 pounds. These impressive sharks will travel huge distances and travel about 80,000 miles in only 4 years. That's almost 8 times across the Pacific Ocean. You can find them in the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and the Indian Oceans. One of the most impressive features is its mouth. It can be 5 feet wide and is easily big enough to swallow a full-grown human. In its giant mouth, it also has around 3,000 teeth. Luckily for us, this shark is a filter feeder, skimming food like fish eggs, plankton, krill, and small fish. So you can freely dive with these fish with no fear. They communicate with each other and will often hunt in packs. They can get between 70 and 100 years old, and they have no natural enemies. And the number 1 spot goes to no other than the biggest animal to have ever lived, the blue whale. This shouldn't come as a huge surprise to anyone. This is the biggest animal as far as we know. It can reach an impressive 98 feet and weigh 400,000 pounds. That's as far as 5 school buses and weigh as much as 10 semi-trucks with max weight. It's still hard to picture how big this animal actually is. The tongue weighs as much as an elephant, the heart as much as a car, and its veins are so huge that you and I can swim in them. The blue whale is not a fish, but a mammal. That means that it's in the same family as cats and dogs. In the same way as the whale shark, their diet consists of plankton and krill. Despite their huge size, they can reach speeds of up to 19 miles per hour. When the blue whale is born, it's around 22 feet long. For the first 7 months, they will drink 600 liters of milk each day and will gain about 200 pounds. After these 7 months, it will be 54 feet long and will no longer have any natural enemies. So, did you know the number 1? Which animal surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and until next time, hang loose, and we will see you in the next video.